another crucial entity. Our parents taught us that can't nobody ride your back unless you've been it. And can't nobody put your name on the stop sign unless you're allowed. My mama was full-blooded Cherokee and my daddy was chocolate, as you can see. But I'm glad I ain't got to get that perm girl. I saved that money. Let's make it clear. But the value that I got, and then I'm going to tell you about the homeless. Can I take 10 minutes? 10? 10? That's okay? No? Okay. Well, shall I tell me? I'm roll up on it. I do what you have me to do. But the thing is this. Let me speak this up. I'm Dr. Evelyn, Dixon, the mayor of a great city that has been shown great favor by God. At one point in my life, when girls were not graduating from high school pregnant, and I went to college, and because of how we were taught, I gave up my lifestyle of teaching you. Thank you for being in the house, baby. Because it was consequences to our actions. I was the first in my family to get a full ride to Polk Valley College. I was the first one to graduate with those many honors from high school. But then, when I got to college, in that fine chocolate fin, 6'2", pearly white teeth, and brown eyes, came to the college. And when I tell you that self-esteem with homelessness is the key. I compromised everything I knew about the word, what I was taught, because I didn't have the confidence to tell him, hey, well, if you want me, you wait on me. I got a future waiting on me. You ain't even able to take care of me right now. But because you want to feel accepted and needed, we make poor decisions that make circumstances. We can't blame people for a lot of stuff. We create our own harms that put us in situations. And when you're not committed and you're involved, you make mistakes. Well, what happened to me? I got pregnant. The first one to come home in shame. Everybody stopped talking to me. I couldn't sing in the church anymore. And then I made another bad decision. I thought I was the one child who was going to marry. I had a ring on. And he asked me to marry him, and I didn't graduate. But he had my best friend pregnant too. She had her baby one day, I had my baby the next day. And let me tell you, circumstances can start to spiral. What happened, how I got into homelessness? Well, my mama, once I had the baby, my mama died. I helped to raise my brothers and sisters. I didn't marry a child because he had my girlfriend, baby too. Well, what happened? I married my best friend, who I didn't like. Oh. Yeah. George couldn't test us nothing. But because of the way I was raised, I stayed in my marriage. Had 3 children for him and the one I bought. I married him to give my baby a name because names were important. You had to belong to somebody back then. Now nobody don't care. Names not crucial or important anymore. Or what clan you came from. When I came up, they said, don't marry that boy because his dad a drunk. He gonna be a drunk too. But people don't look at situations and backgrounds anymore. You ain't looking for money. You just need to know what you're looking up with. What happened? I married George. Had children. I was acclimated to eat turnip greens and stuff like that. He started feeding me chicken bologna. I didn't even know they made it. What happened? My baby girl was born, and my baby girl was born with metatarsal adductus club feet. And by this time, I had got to be plump. He said he didn't want a fat wife and no crippled baby. He left me. And when he left me, my baby was 6 weeks old with a body cast on. The favor of God, her legs was corrected. George left me. And when I got evicted that day, thank God for favor. Remember, they let me stay there until my baby got 6 weeks old. Then they evicted me. And my dad now tried to help me. I went to sleep on my sister's floor. When I got tired of that, I stayed in the car. But let me tell you, sometimes you have to go through to come truck coming. I said, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I couldn't get hit by that truck. I took some pills to throw them up and all of that, but I'm gonna cut off a lot of stuff that tells me this. I was homeless, don't got the rooms, sleeping on the floor when the gas was on. Lived in an apartment where wash rags was almost big as cats. Had to put 10 to the hole to keep the rats off my bed. We slept on one mattress. Then one day when I came out the pity party and asked God to help me, I went back to nursing school. One pair of shoes, one uniform, graduated the top of my class. That was the beginning of my journey. But the journey went over then. I'm cutting them out. So what happened after I finished nursing school and I got favor and got a real apartment, and I went back to school. I went to the junior college, then I walked to Northern State, graduated back. But then I had another crisis. Because I was on welfare and I told the lady I got an academic scholarship for writing a paper, she took my food stamps and my welfare. She said, I'm so sick of y'all fronting. I said, hold on, well, I'll be back when I get my paper. Ain't you got a high school diploma? Hold on, I'll be back. Put the fight in me to make me want to work. Bottom line is this. I used to walk from Georgia State to Cleveland Avenue. How not be doing. But it's how you get up after you fall that makes the difference. I thank you for allowing me to share a few words with you. My name is Dr. Evelyn with this from the city of Riverdale, and it was my honor to come and tell you that just because your circumstances put you down, don't mean you can't come up like a phoenix.